All right. So I think you have to click that little button to say, okay, but I'm so excited to be here. And I'm glad that y'all have shown up tonight to spend a little bit of time with this amazing woman. So I'm going to just do a brief introduction, and then Carolyn, we're just going to talk, but I'm going to hit you up for your story first and foremost, because it's so stinking awesome. So I got to meet Carolyn a couple of years ago, pre-COVID time. I think it was in North Carolina. Does that sound right? Asheville, I think it was Asheville. Yeah, I got to meet her for the first time. And I've been seeing her on social media and hearing from her on Zooms. And I'm just really excited for her to bring her story and her business tips to you here tonight. So Carolyn, if you will, just unmute yourself, and will you please just start with sharing your story, your backstory, and then your it work story.
Hi guys. I do get nervous when I come on these to talk. So, Rhonda, I so much appreciate you, and I respect and I admire you so much. And I look up to you for everything that, like, I look at you like someone where I want to be, so I just want to thank you. But you all have an amazing leader, by the way. So anyway, my name is Carolyn Bledsoe, but if you all have ever heard me speak like at conference or anything like that, everyone calls me Mama B. It's just a nickname that my kids have given me ever since they were little. And my backstory is that back in 2015, my marriage of 25 years was ending, and it was very sudden. It was something I didn't plan. I planned the rocking chairs on the front porch and living the happily ever after, and that didn't happen. And it devastated me. It was devastated me to the point that I called my daughter and I was planning on taking my life. And that's how bad it was. Sorry. But every time you think back about your stories, you guys, you don't understand how impactful. Everyone has a story. Everyone has a past. And you learn from the past, and you take what's happened, and all you can do is try to pick up the pieces and move forward, you guys. My daughter just jumped on, so hey, Heather. So anyway, that moment, making that telephone call to my daughter and not feeling like my life was worth living because my marriage was ended. I thought that my life was defined by the fact that I was a wife, and I had lost myself so badly through the years. Like, it was pretty sad, because that was not the person that I was. And my health took a real bad decline. My daughter was living in Maryland. I was in North Carolina, and I woke up one morning. I had to go to the hospital. My face was paralyzed. They thought I had had a stroke, and I had a son. My son was in Arizona. I was in North Carolina all by myself, and my daughter rushed from Maryland. She walked away from her entire life to come take care of me in North Carolina. And my weight had gotten up to the highest it had ever been because of my depression. And I weighed 260 pounds, and my blood pressure was at stroke level. And the doctors just basically told my kids that if I didn't make some changes, that I wasn't going to be so lucky next time. And Heather had joined the business, and she got me using the products, you guys. She got me taking the products. I didn't just immediately jump into the business, you guys. I didn't tell you too, my husband and I, for 20 years, I was a tractor trailer driver. I drove a semi truck. I was a mother trucker. So I know y'all probably look like, that lady didn't drive no truck. Oh yes, I did. I toured with the Rolling Stones, and I toured with U2, and it was a pretty amazing life out on the road. But it wasn't something after my husband and I split up that I wanted to stay. I didn't feel safe out on the road by myself. I was in my mid-50s, and I didn't want that to be my life, be out there just all alone, totally by myself. And my first month using the products, I lost 20 pounds. So all my friends, of course, were saying, what are you doing? And then, so they were wanting to order, and Heather was convincing me she's like, Mom, this is your like fresh start. You could start your own business now. This is like a sign. This can not only help you physically, but you can start a whole new life. And Heather had joined the business 7 or 8 months before I did. And she was a full-time dental hygienist, and she was doing it to make some side money to pay her student loans. But you guys, this business changed everything for me. And I was still driving a truck 70 hours a week. And in 6 months, well, in 2 months, I went Emerald while I was driving a truck 70 hours a week. So if any of you all say you don't have time to work this business, y'all aren't going to get any sympathy from me. I'm sorry, because you can fit this business in. If it's important to you, if something is important to you, you can squeeze out 15 minutes here and 15 minutes there. And y'all, I'm very technically challenged. I've gotten much better, but I am very technically challenged. And, when Heather asked me to do it, I said, Heather, I am too old. I can't do what you do. I cannot. And she said, Mom, you got the one thing that is that's all you need in this business is you like to talk. And she's right. And I love to help people. So what a perfect combination. And within 14 months, I went triple diamond. In 10 months, I retired from my trucking job. And then at 14 months, I went triple diamond. And I'm just going to tell y'all that if this broad that's getting ready to turn 60 years old can do this business, all of you all can. Like, don't count yourself out. Like, you're here for a reason. Do you all know that? And I don't know what your all's religious preferences are, but I talk about God and Jesus. And if I offend you, I'll pray for you. So, but God gave me a purpose for my life. He took the pain that I walked through and he gave me a purpose to now help other people realize their self-worth and know that no matter what life throws at you, you can start over right where you are. And the one thing I've been able to show my kids, and I am so proud of, is that they know that no matter if anything happens in their life, they saw their mom pick herself up and start a whole new life. And that means so much to me, you guys, to be able to show my children that. And I'm honored to be on here and share with you guys, but I will tell you, if you don't take anything else away from this, if you understand that you're not selling coffee, you're selling someone out there that needs hope. You're a hope dealer. You are giving people, they want to wake up in the morning and know that they can help someone else. Like, every night when I go to bed, I'm like, God, show me who I'm supposed to help tomorrow. Bring that one person to me. Bring them to me, God. There's someone I need to help tomorrow. Let them see my Facebook Live. Let them see my post on my page. Let me run into them at the grocery store. God is going to always send the people to you if you understand that you've got something that can change people's lives. And it's just so powerful, you guys. And when you feel it in here, you're not faking it coming out of here. People hear my heart when I talk. They don't see me as this is just some spammy salesperson. They hear my heart. And we need to get back to that, you guys. We need to get back to understanding that we have the capability. There's a hurting world out there.
Yeah.
There's a hurting world of so many people out there out of work, and they've lost spouses to death. They've went through divorce. I hear about suicides all the time. Y'all, there's a world of hurting people out there, and we've got to help them realize that they don't have to give up on themselves, that we can help them. We have something to help change their lives. And I feel like I'm just like preaching right now, but I just think that when we grasp that, Rhonda, we grasp what it is that we have to offer.
I agree 100%. I think just what you've shared of your story, Carolyn, and that perspective, that wisdom that you bring to the table is so important for people to hear. I keep seeing in the chat, hope dealer, hope dealer, hope dealer. And when in our business, when we look at others instead of looking at ourselves, we get so self-conscious. We look at our weaknesses. We say, I'm not good at this. And we struggle and we make excuses about getting out there. If we would just shift that focus from ourselves to others, and how many people can we go out and help them to find a pathway that's going to change their life, then organically the growth happens in our own business. It's just the most amazing thing. So okay, I know there's so much more for you to share, but for that person that maybe has some insecurities, Carolyn, you're live on your page all the time. Like, that's your thing. It's what you do. So what would you say, maybe what's a business tip that you could offer to somebody to kind of cross over that something, whether it's self-doubt, a lack of belief in themselves, a lack of confidence? What would be something that you could give them that would help them to take that next step to growing?
So I know that one of the biggest things is people buy or join people they know, they like, and they trust. And you all probably have heard that phrase a million times. But guys, when people see you and they hear you talk, you send a voice memo instead of using your thumbs. You pick up the phone and you call them. And before you start marketing to them, you have a conversation with them about them. You inquire about them. And when you sit, a lot of us don't sit back and take the time to listen. We're more worried about when we get them on the phone, or we get them on a Zoom or something like that. We want to just blurt everything, but we don't sit back and take the time and say, what do you want? Because I can't help you unless, like, what do you want? What's going on in your life? What actually do you want? And if we took the time to get more involved in hearing what they want, they develop a relationship with us. And for those of you all that are scared to do like a Facebook Live, you guys, do you all just wave at me? Do you all hold in-person conversations with people? Do you actually talk face-to-face with your friends and your family? If you do, just wave at me. Do y'all hold conversations with people? Like, do you go to the grocery store? Like, there might be one of you that you never leave your house. I don't know. But Facebook Live is no different than you're just talking to all those people out there that you might be passing in the grocery store. They're coming into your home, they're at a family gathering. If you hold conversations with people, that's all a Facebook Live is. And the great thing about it is the only person's face you see on the Facebook Live is yours. Go in and stand in front of the mirror. That's going to be your Facebook Live practice ground. Go in and stand in front of your bathroom mirror and make your coffee in front of the mirror, talking to yourself. That will be your first Facebook Live without you being on a Facebook Live, because that's all it is. You're looking in the mirror at yourself, telling yourself how you're making your coffee, how you love your coffee. And, I always do something. I have 2 books that I read something from that is like a daily affirmation and something to inspire people every day. But Facebook Lives don't have to be scary, you guys. If you're not afraid to talk to people, that's all you're doing. And sometimes it's taking the smallest step. I will tell you, I have some girls on my team that I started them small. I'm like, okay, I want you to position the camera on your countertop. You talk, the camera won't be on you. It'll be on your hands, making your coffee in the morning. Start there. If that's where you have to start to get comfortable. But y'all, when those people start engaging with me on that Facebook Live, look, COVID had us all secluded. Like, I couldn't wait to do a Facebook Live. I'm like, oh my God, I get to talk to people. People are going to have coffee with me. I was excited about that. I was like, they're coming into my living room. I get to have company. I was like ecstatic about it. So I know the first one's going to be scary, y'all. The first one I did, I was in the front seat of my semi truck, parked outside of a Lowe's loading dock. I had just delivered a load, and Heather had told me, Mom, you got to do a Facebook Live. You got to do a Facebook Live. Y'all, when I got off of that, I had so much sweat underneath my armpits. Like, it was so bad, but I did it. I was like, I did it. I got the first one done. And then it was like, well, shoot, I don't even care anymore. Y'all, I've done Facebook Lives where when BFF came out, Best Fat Fuel, y'all remember when that came out? And there was so much hype, so much buildup for Best Fat Fuel. I wanted to market. I had built up Best Fat Fuel, got my bag in the mail, doing a Facebook Live. First, I was going to do it as an iced BFF. So I had it in a shaker cup with a blender ball. Then in the middle of my Facebook Live, I said, you know what? I would rather have this frozen. Dump the entire shaker cup, including the blender ball, into my Ninja Bullet, not remembering that the blender ball was in there. And I got everyone watching because I had built up this brand new product. I took that first sip and I spit it out. I was like, oh my God, it's full of plastic. Now I'm trying to market and sell a product that I'm saying, oh my God, this is full of plastic. Y'all, I just had to roll with it and had to say, I am so stupid. I blended up my blender ball because I could hear the Ninja Bullet. It was like literally, I said, that must be some really hard ice because it's cracking that's some freaking hard ice on there. But guys, people saw me as a real human. Like, you don't have to be perfect on there. That's not, people don't want to see perfect. Y'all, I don't even know how to do filters on my pictures. I don't know how, and I don't care. I am who I am. I don't need a filter. I love who I am. And people will love you exactly how you are. People are not looking for perfection. As a matter of fact, people want to see more people like them, the imperfections. Yeah. And I think that comes across when you're talking to people. And, if you mess up on something, it's okay. It's actually okay.
I love that. I think that's so great. And it is really just about taking a step. It's just doing a thing and then doing it over and over and over again. We're going to get to that in a couple of minutes. But Carolyn, you have been you talked about your weight loss prior to joining the business. You dropped 20 pounds. It's like a no-brainer. The stuff is working for you. So
I lost 80 now, y'all. 80 pounds.
Thank you. That's where I was going. 80 pounds. Think about that. How many, with a raise of hands, how many of y'all who I can see on the screen have personal before and after pictures with your products? Okay, so we could definitely stand to see a lot more hands raised. Carolyn, you want to maybe address that a little bit? What was it? Did you map your progress using specific products just for weight loss, or what's your thing? How did you go about becoming such a substantial product of the product and marketing yourself that way?
So y'all, when I signed up, you guys, I was still a truck driver. If y'all have ever seen truck drivers, there's a lot of unhealthy truck drivers out there because all we do is sit, eat. We just drive 14, 15 hours a day. We stop long enough to eat, get back in the truck, drive some more, park the truck at night, and we go to sleep. There's no exercise and just walking from your truck into the truck stop, and you're eating truck stop meals. When I got on the products, I was still on the truck. But you know what I did? I started going into the truck stops and doing Facebook Lives, making my coffee where all them other drivers could hear this big mouth in the coffee, I'm taking up all the room. I got my Mary Poppins bag. I'm pulling. At that time, we had the chocolate and the vanilla shake. So I knew I was going to be driving for hours. So I'd want to make my coffee and I would want to have my shake already made. So I've got my phone propped up on a napkin holder and I'm going over and getting my hot water. I'm making the products live and I'm sharing my results as I'm getting them. And if you want to explode your business, become a product of the product. I don't care which product. If you're not looking for weight loss, there is a product that you can use daily that you can share and fall in love with and get other people to fall in love with. We're not a weight loss company, you guys. We're a health and wellness company. There is something that we sell for every single person out there. And I just got loud about showing what I used. I always do my coffee. I always do the chocolate grains because I don't eat enough fruits and veggies, you guys. I make sure and look, if you have in your head our products are too expensive, you need to be confident in the fact that you are saving people money. That $10,000 hospital visit of mine when they thought I had had a stroke, trust me, these products are a whole lot cheaper than me being on high blood pressure medicine. I can't go to the grocery store and go and buy 34 fruits and veggies and have it cost me $1.25 a day. There's not a grocery store out there. We have affordable, I save people money. That's how confident I am when I'm talking to people. It's like, I'm going to show you how I'm going to save you money on your grocery bill, and I'm going to get you healthy along the way. You have to be confident in what you're marketing, you guys. It's not, they don't cost too much. People don't bat an eye to pull up to Starbucks and spend $7. That's just on the coffee. They never leave the Starbucks window without having a Danish or a muffin or something. Pretty much everyone that goes to Starbucks spends $10. No one bats an eye out at that. No one bats an eye to go to McDonald's and spend, what are the meals now, like $10? People don't bat an eye. The program I have that can help people lose up to 50 pounds in 90 days, it's going to cost them $6 a day. I have it down to the science. And it's like, I know that I can sell them the 6 products that I use, and then I upsell them for the 7th one that takes them over $200, which then they get 10% off their order. So they basically get the fat fighters for free. Their total goes from 178 to 186. See, I know my stuff, y'all. You got to know your stuff. Like, no one can come at me and say, man, but it costs too much. It's like, really? What did you spend on your lunch today? What did you spend on your breakfast this morning? Did you buy your coffee? Y'all, they can't come at me with the stuff's too expensive, because I already have something to respond. You have to have the confidence. You have to believe that our products are affordable. As a matter of fact, I had a new distributor. She was sending screenshots, and she had sent a screenshot and she said, I know they're a little pricey. I'm like, what did you send her? What? Mama B had to put her in a timeout, y'all. If I'd have been close enough, I'd have spanked her now, y'all. Yeah. I said, you don't ever say, you better send me that screenshot before you send that message next time. I said, you better let Mama B give you okay, you can send it now. I said, you don't ever say, I know our products are a little pricey. No, they're not. No, they're not. So be confident and know your products. And if you're not ordering products and you're not using the products, I wouldn't buy from you.
Yes.
Would you buy from someone that's selling you something and they don't even order the products? Seriously?
So good. So good. And such a powerful statement, though, because I think it's easy to get caught up, especially, Mama B, when we come into the business and we don't have the money. I didn't have the $100 to enroll when I first joined. Life looked a whole lot different back then. And so I think a lot of times we come from that, like, almost like a broke mentality, because it's like, oh, I can't afford this. So how am I going to talk to somebody else about products that I can't afford myself? That's where the personal development part comes in. It's growing and literally changing the way that we think in our minds about money. Okay, because that also opens up those doors where you're going to have the ability to prosper as you get out of those old beliefs and start falling into some of the new beliefs. Is there a favorite book or a certain podcast or something that you really love that you feel that you could recommend for something like that? Because I think a lot of people struggle with that.
Well, I listen to Ed Milet all the time. I will tell you that these 2 are my go-to books every day. And I do these live on my Facebook Lives, but I have read, this is my 2nd year doing the Billy Graham Hope for Each Day. And I read it on my Facebook Live to people every day. And the thing is before I open this up to the page and the day that it's for, I already have shared and talked on my Facebook Live. Do you know that basically every single time after I've talked and God's laid something on my heart, then I open this up to read this, and it's exactly what I just talked about. And I had never even opened this up because I want God to lay on my heart in the mornings what he wants me to say, what he wants me to talk about. But it never fails. When I open this up and read, it falls right into exactly what I talked about. And then the other one is, if you don't have a daily affirmation book, if you don't have something that you can wake up every day, and I'll go ahead, today is day 3. I'm going to give y'all today's daily affirmation. This is Joel Osteen. If you don't want his, find another one. Day 3. I declare I have the grace I need for today. I am full of power, strength, and determination. Nothing I face will be too much for me. I will overcome every obstacle, outlast every challenge, and come through every difficulty better than I was before. This is my declaration. Do y'all know, if you said those words, if you're having a tough morning or the day starts getting to you, and I can open this up and I can say, I declare I have the grace I need for today. I am full of power, strength, and determination. Nothing I face will be too much for me. I will overcome every obstacle, outlast every challenge, and come through every difficulty better off than I was before. This is my declaration. Y'all, there ain't no problem out there that's bigger than my God. My God is bigger than every problem that you'll ever face in your life. And if you give it to him and you believe it and you lay it at his feet, there is nothing that God can't help you overcome. Stop hanging on to the baggage. Stop hanging on to the past. Don't hang on to last month. If you were disappointed in last month is gone. It is September. It is a new month. It is a new day. And there's lives out there that we get to go change. Preach.
Preach, girl. I'm telling you. Yes. We're all like hands in the air. It's amazing. So
sorry, y'all. I get excited a little bit. I open up this and it's like, oh, y'all.
But you know what? That's golden advice. Like, if each and every one who watches this Zoom or who's participating tonight takes your advice and they do that, it's going to be a game changer in how they perceive everything starting first thing in the morning. I think you're just golden. So, okay. So here we are.
I want to show one more book.
Okay.
For any of you all that are really have struggled, or maybe you've walked through something really, really dark. I'm talking death, cancer, whatever it is. This book right here, there's so many dog-eared pages on here, y'all. It is by Lisa TerKeurst. It's called It's Not Supposed to Be This Way.
Great book.
I am telling you, I feel like she wrote this book about my life. Mm-hmm. She dealt with cancer. She dealt with divorce, infidelity. Like, y'all, I can open this up and I feel like it's my life in here. If you're struck, this is so good, y'all. I'm telling you, it's so good. And there's a workbook that goes with it. You can get the workbook. I'll be honest with you, I don't really do the workbook. I get more out of this and meditating on the words that I hear in this. So yeah. So
good. It's a wonderful book. I'm so glad that you brought that up. And I think there's a few people actually on this Zoom tonight who are actually reading that book. So I love it. So the more the merrier. I mean, it's a really great, a great read that has to do with overall healing. And you know, when we
have things around you, y'all, I see these signs behind me every day. Believe, have faith. Let your faith be bigger than your fear. Y'all, put up some things that are positive. Like, I don't care if you write it on a paper and stick it over your toilet paper roll. Have something that you look at that is going to inspire you and remind you that you're blessed with another day. When you wake up and you get to take that breath in the morning, God gave you one more day. Make the best of it. Go change a life, you know?
So incredible. So, all right, Carolyn, when we were talking the other night, you were telling me that you were having a kick butt month and that you brought in 15 new loyal customers and 3 new team members last month. Okay. And how many years have you been on board with It Works? Just throwing that out.
I joined in the end of February 2018. So I'll be coming up on 4 years, the end of this February.
Okay, so cool. All right, so you're out there churning, you're finding new people, you're enrolling, you had a great month. And then it like hit me after all these announcements came out. And I know we have the big ones that are coming. We can't talk about that yet on Tuesday. But it was like, Carolyn, like, do you know how much freaking money you would have made with this promotion? One more loyal customer, and you would have literally that right there, 150, 150, 150. Mm-hmm. Like, so let's talk a little bit about that. Like, what you had a great month. That's what we're all targeting. One more LC, man. That would be amazing. I mean, we know that with our new system, it's 4 loyal customers and it's 1 team member, 1 friend to join your team. Okay. You can do that once, whether you're here right now, you're an existing distributor, you qualify for this program, or anyone who comes in brand new. This is going to be their 90-day plan. So each month, that's the goal. And we're going to put a lot of money in the pockets of the people that pursue this. So will you talk a little bit about, like, what's your daily your daily routine about how did you make all those enrollments last month? And how excited are you about this upcoming promotion and the money that you're going to make?
Oh my God, I'm so excited. So wave at me. It's the 3rd. If you've signed a customer or distributor in the first 3 days, just wave at me. So I'm going to be honest with y'all. August was freaking amazing, but I was really irritated at July. Like I was like, July made me mad at myself. Like I was like, okay, Carolyn, like you ain't going into August doing what you didn't do in July. Like y'all, sometimes you got to look in the mirror and you got to assess what you did or didn't do. And I slacked in July. I didn't do the things I was doing when I am enrolling. And I will tell you the one thing my team did, well, some people on my team, we set up an accountability chat and it is freaking amazing. Like last month, I saw energy and excitement from people on my team. And it's not like emeralds and diamonds and stuff. It is distributors, like there's all kinds of ranks in there, but we're all equal in there. We all have daily tasks. I go in there every morning. I do a poll. These are the tasks that we need to accomplish today. And I give them some grace because I know life can happen, but our goal is to accomplish as many of those tasks as possible. I did tell them that this month I was going to tighten the reins just a little bit because I felt a little bit of them kind of skating just a little bit. It's like, no, you ain't gonna be coasting. There ain't no coasting, because if you coast, y'all, you just go downhill. So no coasting, okay? So I set this accountability chat up and we're in there and we're rooting for each other. Like I see the excitement in the chat. It's like, oh, I got one. Girl, how did you get that one? Tell me how you did it. And, we go in there and we spank each other's butts. If by 5 or 6 o'clock in the evening, you see a couple people not showing up and they haven't checked off any of those tasks, you're like, it's not me in there being like the person like cracking the whip. It's other people like, okay, where are you at? I haven't seen you mark off anything. Where are you at? You need to get this stuff done. So it's like we're all holding each other accountable and cheering each other on and stuff. So yeah, I mean, it's I host a post. Y'all, if you're not doing host a post, you are missing out on a prime opportunity to get thousands of eyes on what you have. Like it's a free billboard for you. And all you've got to do is ask people, y'all. And when I ask people to do a host to post for me, I send it in a voice memo. I let them hear, I'm like, man, I could really use your help. My friends have carried me through so much and I'm going for something really, really big to help some people on my team. I could really use your help. Would you mind just throwing a post up on your wall for me? If you do, we've got a contest going on. I can enter you in, but I could really count on your help this month. Could I just send you a post to throw up on your page? Y'all, most people, if you ask them with a sincere heart and not just shoot them over a text, stop sending the text, y'all. Send voice messages. Stop sending the text. Send voice messages. You will get a whole lot more. Because people, if you just send text, they can read it. But if you send a voice memo, they got to click on it and listen to it. And they can hear you and they can hear your energy. They can hear your excitement. Y'all, if some old broad like me was messaging y'all and basically begging you, wouldn't you do it just to help that old woman? Wouldn't you say, oh my God, I feel so sorry for her. I need to help her. Y'all, I'm not too proud to beg, y'all. I'm not. It's like, if I'm going for a goal, I'm throwing out everything. It's like, oh yeah, please help me. I need your help this month. So do host a post, do the task, you guys, do the things. If you're not adding to your network every day, I'll hear people say, I don't have enough friends. Well, when's the last time you sent out friend requests? My business, my Triple Diamond business was built on total, basically 90% of it was built on total strangers that I just happened to friend on Facebook. And then they started following me. Most of you all, it's not going to be your immediate family and friends that are going to take you all the way up in this company. It is going to be total strangers. If you don't have your Facebook set on public, when you get off of here, set it on public, because if you have it just on your friends, Your friends are broke probably and they ain't got no money. You need some new friends. If your friends ain't buying from you, get some new friends. And so yeah, just start doing this stuff, you guys. Send your friend requests. Be consistent every day on your Facebook. If you don't post on your Facebook every day and you're trying to market to someone and someone sees a hosted post that someone posts for you, then the first thing they're going to do is they're going to go to your Facebook page. And if they've got to scroll days before they ever see you even talked about a product, they're not going to buy from you. They're like, well, this lady, she doesn't even say anything. She doesn't even, I don't see anything even on there. I'm seeing all these cats and, not that I have anything against cats. I have a little grandkitty named Tibbles. He's my little grandkitty, but y'all got to post every day and you've got to be consistent. And don't skip days without posting. You've got to, consistency is key in this kind of business. And just show up, you guys. Show up for yourself, show up for your business, show up for your team. And you'll see that things will start turning around for you. But it all starts with us, and it starts with that word right up there. You got to believe. That word right up there. You have to believe that it is possible, y'all.
So good. Carolyn, one of the things that I hear you saying again and again is, even when you're reaching out to people and you're inviting them to put a post on their wall and get into the drawing, you're doing it with your voice so that they can hear you. There's such a difference. People can easily ignore something in written word because the facts are the facts. You can quickly copy and paste something and don't think the rest of the world doesn't know that. But when you use your voice memo, you use your voice, even if you're nervous. There's several women on this Zoom right now that I have watched grow tremendously from being terrified to use the voice memo to being confident in that new way and creating better connections and growing their business through that. It's a trust thing. People have got to have trust. So there's a question here I want to address real quick. LaDon says, how to make sure I get people to buy from me. So I think, LaDon, I'm going to let Carolyn address that, but I think in a nutshell, it's exactly what she's been sharing with us here, which is to make sure you're doing the things you're posting on your wall. I do a lot of stories. I do a lot of things in my stories every day. So making sure that you're getting things out there, getting the information out there, and then you're having the conversations. Carolyn, is there anything that you would add in addition to that, other than just, having conversations and inviting people to try your product or join your team? Oops, you're muted, hun.
I want y'all to drop this in the comments. How many times would you continue messaging someone, and be honest, how many times would you continue asking people to buy the product that, you're messaging the same person? How many times would you message them before you gave up and you stopped messaging them? Just curious. How many do you think is the right amount of time before you just stop sending messages? I'm curious.
That's a great question, girl. I'm going to let you roll with this one.
Okay, so I always say until they file a restraining order against me. So if they don't, y'all are putting in there until they block you. Okay, I'll give you an example. I messaged this lady in February of 2000. It was 2019. And 11 months I messaged her. I'd send her a message every month. I could have stopped after the second message. Some of y'all said 2 messages. Some of y'all said 3 messages. But there was just a conviction in my heart that I needed to keep reaching out to her because I knew she needed this. So I kept messaging. On the 11th month, she had been battling cancer and she didn't have any insurance to pay for her cancer treatments. And the day that I messaged her, she had gotten a notice that they were going to come and put a lien on her house and possibly she was going to lose her home. Her and her husband had been living off cornbread and beans. But you know what? She was too embarrassed to tell me she didn't have the money to sign up. She was embarrassed that she didn't have the money, the $99 to sign up, because we had a family relation and she just could not bring herself to say it. But on that 11th month, she said, I need this. I need you to help me. if I had not kept reaching out to her, do you know that lady in 104 days went diamond and earned a $10,000 bonus and paid off all her cancer debt?
Mm.
You think that wasn't meant by God?
Mm-hmm.
104 days. She's now a double diamond on my team. Her husband's account, she has her husband's account's a diamond. Her son went diamond. She got another son in the business, all because I never gave up. I kept asking. Y'all have someone out there just like that too. And you don't know what's going on in that person's life that you reach out to them one more time and you don't know the devastating news they might have just gotten the day before. That they got the pink slip at their job and they no longer have a job, and you just happen to message them. And now you have a way to help them bring in that income so their kids can eat the next month. Don't stop messaging.
I have a question. It's me, Ladon.
Okay.
Hey, when I was doing live on the products for the coffee, what can I do to be motivated about the products? I mean, like when I do the coffee, when I'm doing live and doing that, what I'm doing and all that, what can else I can show them that, to be interested in it? Because
do a dance. Do a dance.
Yeah, because the lady that enrolled me, she wants me to move up already to Ruby. She's pushing me up to go to Ruby. That's why I'm wanting to know what can I do to, show people that I really am the one that's really, doing this and actually trying to make the money and show them the products.
LaDawn, all I can tell you is just continue doing what you're doing. They're watching. They're watching. They're going to wait to see how excited you are. They're going to wait to see if you're loving the products, if you're getting results from them. I'm telling you, when you start using the products and you're getting results, and look, there were some times I didn't see a result on the scale, but I put on a pair of pants and I was able to button them, or I went into a dressing room and I went down a size. Y'all, can I give y'all a little tip? Do y'all women, who gets their nails done? Who gets pedicures and gets their nails done? Wave at me. Show me them nails. I know y'all go get your nails done, get your toes done. Do y'all know that when you're in a nail salon and you're sitting in a pedicure chair or you're sitting at the table, can I give y'all a really sneaky thing that y'all can do? You're going to love this one, okay? Because y'all know women are nosy. Women want to hear who you're talking to on the phone. They're eavesdropping. Women want to hear. I don't care. Y'all can't lie to me now, okay? So it never fails. I always, and I'm not lying, y'all, when I'm doing this, it's kind of a fake telephone call, but I will call, like, I have one of my girls on my team, her name's Serena. She knows if I call her and tell her that I'll text her first and say, hey, I'm in a pedicure chair. She knows she's going to be getting a telephone call from me. So, or I say, call me right now. So I answer the phone and I have it on speaker. And Serena calls me and she says, oh my gosh, Carolyn, I just got on the scale and now I'm down 35 pounds from that freaking coffee that you've been selling me. Y'all, I got my speaker up loud and you can just see, it's like The Exorcist. Then women are like, they're flipping their heads so fast. And I'm on there and I'm like, I'm telling you, Serena, the stuff's amazing. I've lost 80 pounds, Serena. That's what I kept trying to tell you, that this stuff is so amazing. You know how many customers I have signed when I've gotten off that phone call? Y'all, they're listening. They want to know. If you don't open your mouth, make a fake call and leave yourself a voice message. Hey, I just was checking. I wanted to see how much more weight you lost. I know the last time I checked with you, you were down 30 pounds. It's just my weekly check-in call with you. Bye. Go in a dressing room. Make a fake telephone call in the dressing room to someone. Or sometimes my daughter and I have been in separate dressing rooms. And I'm like, oh my God, Heather, I can't believe I went from a size 22 and I'm down to a 14. Man, I am so glad you got me started on these products. I am so glad. It's been so easy to lose all this weight. Y'all, they followed me out of department stores to sign up with me. Open your mouth, y'all. if you're in a restaurant, have your bottle of Fat Fighter sitting on the table and tell that waitress, "Ooh, I think I'm gonna have a piece of pie tonight because I got my Fat Fighters with me and I'm gonna take these right after and I get to have that slice of pie." And she like, "What are you talking about?" I'm like, "Girl, I've lost 80 pounds and I can still have, I don't have to lick ice cubes and eat lettuce. I can still have some good stuff." Okay. So y'all, like, you got to get some personality, think outside the box. If you're in the department store and you go up to the register, I always make sure I hit the sales racks. And I go up to the register and I go to one of the busiest lines because people behind me, they're wanting me to stop talking so they can get checked out. But I'm telling the lady, I'm like, man, I always hit up the sales racks because I spend a lot of money on clothes because I'm dropping weight like crazy. You know, I'm down 80 pounds and I try not to buy full price stuff since I'm losing all this weight. Not kidding. In Colorado, girl behind me followed me out of the store. I signed her on the spot in the parking lot. So open your mouth, have fake conversations. It's okay. God ain't gonna judge you. I promise. Okay.
I love that. And you know, there's so much truth to that. I don't have all those stories that I can share, Carolyn, but I did have an experience once in a store called White House Black Market. And I was trying on a sweater and it was the wrong size for me. And this lady was standing out in front of the mirror trying on something herself. And she said, "Oh, that is so cute on you." And I said, "You know, I'm not sure. I kind of need a bigger size, I think." And she's like, "No," she said, "You're probably one of those people that goes to the gym all the time." And I looked at her with crazy eyes and said, "Girl, I'm not sure. I know you don't know me now." But I said, "Have you ever tried a skinny wrap?" And I sold a skinny wrap on the spot right there. She said, "I don't care what it is. How much is it?" And she got into her handbag and she pulled out money and handed it to me. We ended up meeting to her house. Actually, I followed her to her house and she signed up as a loyal customer that day. So, I mean, you just never know. But I think what Carolyn's message is here is be loud about it. Talk about the things, whether it's, you know, conversations like that, or if you're going live or you're putting posts on your stories or your Facebook wall, make sure that the information that the person on the other end listening, watching, so that they know what this product is going to do for them. I think so many times we make mistakes of taking great pictures of our skinny brew in a cup and maybe even a smiling picture to go along with it. But we're not saying, "This is my fat burning coffee. And the reasons I love it are because, oh my gosh, I have so much energy throughout the day. It puts my hunger at bay. I'm legit doing intermittent fasting and I'm just not hungry until 2:00 in the afternoon." You know, tell the people that you're talking to, and remember your audience is reading it as if you're the one and only person talking to them. So not, "Hey, everyone, we want to make we want to talk to our people. Hey, how's your day going?" You know, just little simple things like that. And that way we're going to get that interaction and also, you know, keep it personal and provide the information that they're looking for. Okay. So Carolyn, we're getting out on time now. This has been so good, but we do have this, you know,
there you go.
program.
There's my before.
Yes.
So y'all, I can whip that picture out on anybody and show them how much weight that was me in my trucking days. And that was me getting ready for my daughter's wedding, y'all.
Wow. How powerful, honestly, how powerful is this? So obviously being a product of the product, using the products gets you incredible results, but it also gives you something to talk about and you know more about those products because you're using them. You can talk about how they taste and what the experience is like and what your personal progress is. So getting those before and after photos, you know, branded by the company is huge so that you can market yourself in that way and share those, whether it's behind the scenes or on your Facebook wall. It really doesn't matter. It's about you and your journey. So now that we have this great program with the 4-in-1, there's a lot of money to be made. What is your game plan to make sure that you get your 4-in-1 this month? Or as an example, like, you know, you said host a post. So, I mean, I believe, and I'm just going to quantify this first. I think that this simplistic program that we've introduced where our company is literally throwing money at us. So if we're willing to do the work, and honestly, anybody can find 4 people in their circle of influence who drink coffee and may want to lose some weight right along with it, or need extra energy or whatever that is. And then to find one person in these times who would like to make some extra money. It's just about asking those questions. So I really feel like everyone can do this. There's really no excuses for us to fall short if we put our mind to it and if we really want the money. So you do host a post. That's your way of making new connections and enrollments. Are you going to continue to do that this month? Because I know sometimes we get a little crazy with our host a post and we can work. But I think is doing host to post in maybe just a little bit more of a relaxed way so that we can work on fostering those relationships. And what's your recommendation? I want to hear.
I think that you're right. I don't feel, because, before it was, when we had Steps to Success, you all, it was 6 customers, 3 DTs. And, that can seem daunting, especially when you're new. You're like, man, I got to sign 6 and get 3, wave at me. Did y'all feel that way when it was the 6 and 3? Did y'all look, I'm a triple diamond and I felt that way. I like completing the things that the company wants me to complete. But what Rhonda's saying is, y'all, this is money, time, times, y'all, this is I'm so excited because I'm like, oh my God, I'm going to only have to work half as hard as what I was doing before. I mean, I'm thinking half as hard. I'm not saying I'm not going to show up 100% of the time, but y'all, I have a chance now to coach that one distributor that I sign instead of feeling like I got to be this mass enroller. And y'all, it just worked out that I'm not saying I sign 15 customers every month. I don't want to lead y'all to believe that I sign 15 customers every single month. I don't. The last time I did that was I signed 17 in February of 2019. And that was when I was going for a $25,000 bonus. And I went double diamond. So get excited, because when you all hear what they announce on Tuesday, y'all, if any of y'all are up in age, y'all might want to get yourself a pair of Depends, because y'all might leak a little bit. Y'all might, Jesus, when they dropped it on the VIP call the other day, I was like, I need some confianza right now. I'm like, oh my gosh, my heart was palpitating. I was like, Lord, don't take me now, man. They're starting to give me the money now. Don't take me now, God. Leave me here just for a little bit more. But y'all, what 4 and 1? Yeah, look, I signed one today. I got a customer today. I got a distributor yesterday, and don't wait to do it, you guys. Do it now. So then the rest of the month, you can focus on helping that one distributor getting their 4 and 1. Because when you hear what you're going to make off of that, because Rhonda, are we sharing that?
We're not supposed to. It was leaked on a Zoom the other day, but I don't know how many people know. So if they know, just keep your lips zipped, because the majority don't. Yeah.
Okay. So I shouldn't say anything then.
No, I think we'll just wait.
Okay. Y'all know how hard that is for me. Look, they selected me for grand jury duty one time, and I was like, Judge, you need to let me go right now, because I cannot keep a secret. I'm just telling you, let me go, because I don't want to end up in jail, because I cannot keep a secret. Anyway, but I'm going to keep a secret on here. I won't spill the beans. I'm getting a little wound up, aren't I? Sorry, Rhonda.
It's all good. It's all good. And I'm like the queen of secrets. And those that know me know, they're like, just give it up. Would you just freaking give it up?
Can I just ask y'all something? If you could, compared to what you've made in the past, if you could do less, but what if you could make $500 September, October, and November? Would that excite y'all? Would it excite you all? I know it's exciting me. It's really, really exciting me. And if you can't tell, I haven't even had caffeine tonight. Anyway.
No, that's just awesome. So any last words, Carolyn? You have been so great. This has been so fun. I honestly, I think my jaw hurts from smiling so much. You just keep, your energy is wildly contagious. And I think that's something that we can all learn from you and turn ourselves up a notch just because it is so contagious, you know, whether we're sad or we're super stoked and excited and animated, like no matter what it is, it's contagious. So what do we want in the world? What's the mark that we want to leave on the people that we interact with?
If you can make one person smile every day, y'all, that's, we live, there's a lot of bad stuff we hear on the news. And y'all, if we can make one person that we encounter smile and feel good, that's just a goal that you can set. And just believe in yourself, you guys. I mean, you all are not here by accident. If my daughter had not said yes to this business, I wouldn't be on this Facebook Live right now with you all.
Yeah.
We all are going to affect people years and years and years down the road because of the one decision that we made to say yes to this business. You didn't come to this business by chance. I believe every single person on here was called for a purpose, and step into that purpose, you guys. Step into your purpose and don't let no's discourage you. Y'all know before your biggest battle, before your biggest blessing, you're going to have your biggest battle. You know, the devil doesn't want to see you win. The devil wants to knock you down. And I have this written on, I was on a Zoom last night with a young man on my team. And he said he had been in the hospital, 24 years old, you guys, 24 years old. He was battling COVID and he was in bad shape. He just got out of the hospital. He's on my team. And he said, all I know is I just kept hearing in my head, God saying to me, be still and know that I am God. Some of us need to be still and know that God is there. He'll speak to you. And pray over your business, you guys. Pray over your business every day. I'm telling you, that makes a world of difference. So again, if you're not faith-filled, I will pray for you after this Zoom. But I don't try to offend anyone with my faith, but I love Jesus and I love God, and I share it as often as I can. And you know, I'm not going to hide it under a bushel. No, I'm going to let it shine. Y'all remember that song?
Yeah.
Start letting your light shine, you guys. So that's kind of what I'll leave y'all with.
Well, I think you have left us with lots of gold dust. It's just been an awesome hour and I've so enjoyed it. I appreciate you so much. And I especially appreciate you coming on at kind of a last minute's notice and just agreeing to just share yourself with us. I think you're so cool. I think your story is so awesome. And I know that everybody here feels really great. We're going to probably not be able to sleep tonight now we get off this Zoom. So thank you, Carolyn.
Before we get off here, I want to do a little boomerang that I'm going to share on my story with all you pretty faces. Can all y'all I'm going to go around. I'm just going to let y'all wave. Hold on. I'm slow. Y'all remember I'm old. So it takes me a minute because I don't have a fancy phone. My daughter's been on me about getting another phone and I refuse. So give me just a second. Okay. It's your spotlight, y'all. There you go. Oh, y'all, I have loved this. Rhonda, it was an honor to be on here with you. Thank you so much. And let's kill it, y'all.
Yes, let's do it. All right. Thank you so much. We'll see you at the next Tips from the Top. Thanks, Carolyn. Good night, everybody.
Bye, guys.